That's hit deep into left, and that's out of here. Safe. Thanks for being here, folks. Those of you on the live stream on ihigh.com, and also those of you watching on JCTV. And the replay, it's Jefferson College tonight facing off against St. Louis Community College in here from the St. Louis area. So they will introduce the players in the gym, and for those of you watching at home, let's go ahead and meet the Vikings in just a moment.
Lindsay Hutchison, Bloomfield, Missouri.
Micah Simpson, Scott City, Missouri.
Shay Lively, Perryville, Missouri.
Jessica Gray, 29 Palms, California.
Kelsey Schlake, Cortland, Nebraska. Abby Londaway, Leopold, Missouri.
Andrea Dwiggins, St. Charles, Missouri. Marissa Cage, Imperial, Missouri.
Hanne Hosbakken, Houston, Norway.
Victoria Lovrichska, Kyiv, Ukraine.
Victoria Bowens, Dallas, Texas.
The Vikings are huddled up, ready to go. They're on the right side of your court, as you can see, and St. Louis will start things off over on the left. And the Vikings come into this match 9-10 overall on the year, so one game under 500. But they are 1-0 in Region 16 play and 2-0 in conference play. So perfect so far in conference play, and they're going to try to keep that record perfect tonight against conference opponent St. Louis. Just about ready to get started, so best 3 out of 5 sets wins the match. We played a 25 per set, and we're underway. That was Hanne Hosbakken, the freshman, I should say, from Norway, and the first point of the night goes to Jeffco. It's 1-0 early on. Andrea Dwiggins with that kill for the Vikings. And Hosbakken will have it again. If we do have anyone on the live stream watching from Norway tonight or the Ukraine, we welcome you. And we welcome those of you right here in the good old USA as well. Quickly, 2-0 Vikings here in the first set. And Hosbakken for a third time. And an ace for Hanne Hosbakken. 3-0 Jeffco. The Vikings coming off a 3-set sweep of Webster JV. 4-0 Jefferson. And they're going to go on the road after this match. They'll go down to Union for the East Central tournament. And then after that, Mineral Area on the road in Park Hills, one of our big rivals here at the college. As that was Abby Londaway who got that over for the Vikings, and keeping it alive was Dwiggins. And Londaway blocked. Nice job by St. Louis to get at the front. And that's going to be the first point of the night for St. Louis Community College. It's 4-1. Miranda Cook here for St. Louis. Jessica Gray's attempt is blocked, and the Vikings cannot come up with it. 4-2. And Cook will have it again. She's a freshman. She's from the area in Seckman High School. They'll leave it for Dwiggins, and she places it in the back corner. So Andrea Dwiggins, the sophomore from St. Charles, Missouri, will have the serve with a 5-2 lead and barely gets it across, and doesn't matter. That's an ace, 6-2 Jeffco. Lindsay Hutchinson goes down for the dig, the freshman, the defensive specialist, the libero on this team, and into the net. So a 5-point lead now for the Jefferson College Lady Vikings, 7-2. Dwiggins again. Way too far, 8-2 Vikings. So St. Louis coming here from the Flow Valley campus. They've kind of consolidated much of their athletic program over the past several years, so teams playing from different campuses. The unfortunate result of budget cuts, as those in the both post-secondary and the college level know. Big spike, and the kill from Victoria Lavrenchenka, the freshman from Ukraine. It's 9-3, and Jessica Gray now. She's a sophomore from California, and she'll get the dig there. And they will call a violation, a two-hit violation, looks like, on Jefferson, so 9-4. Vikings playing with a short bench tonight. We already know Kelsey Schlake, the sophomore, is out for the year with an ankle injury. And Micah Simpson and Victoria Bowens are also inactive tonight, as that one out of bounds, a point for St. Louis. It's 9-5. Lavrenchenka, uncontested kill. Gets the ball back for the Lady Vikings, and a 5-point lead again, 10-5, in favor of Jefferson. Shay Lively comes in. Freshman from Perryville, Missouri. Another one of those defensive specialists on this team, and she'll have the serve. That was Marissa Cage at the front. 11-5 Vikings. So Lively will have it again. And she gets the dig. And Dwiggins is blocked. So St. Louis Community College will get it back, 11-6. Lavrenchenka, they can't get to it. Didn't have a chance on that one. 12-6 Jeffco now, and Victoria Lavrenchenka has the serve. Can't get it over. So 12-7 Jeffco, and St. Louis will take it for the serve. So I mentioned the Vikings after this will go on the road for a while, down to Union for East Central tourney. They'll take on their rivals Mac at Mac, and then they'll go to West Plains, Missouri for the MSU West Plains tournament, as the Vikings will get that, 13-7. Then it's back here on Thursday, October 25th. West Plains comes here for a 6 p.m. start. And then the weekend before Halloween, the Halloween Classic, always a good time, Friday the 26th and Saturday the 27th. Hutchinson is here on that Friday the 26th at 3, and then Seminole State at 7. As Gray's attempt is going to be not good. I had to wait on that, but wasn't sure if they'd get it, but the Vikings come away with it. Hutchinson will have the serve. It's 14-7 Jeffco. And then on the Halloween Classic, that game on Saturday, the start time still to be determined after things shake out on Friday, but you might want to check that out if you have the chance. And again, you can find all this information at jeffco.edu/athletics. So it's 15-7, and Lindsey Hutchinson. And a big block from Dwiggins and Gray. 16-7. And Hutchinson, the freshman from Bloomfield, has it again. And that's out. Too far from St. Louis. 17-7. So a 10-point lead for Jeffco. And the Vikings so far out in front for this entire set. As that one from Dwiggins is good for the Vikings, 18-7. And we'll have a timeout on the court. Vikings come out roaring here against St. Louis in the first. So head coach Ida Steiger will talk to her squad, and the Vikings soccer team also in session, wrapping up its season. 7-4-1 are the Vikings, and they are 3-0 in Region 16 and a perfect 2-0 in the conference. For those of you live and in the area, this Saturday, October 6th, the soccer team will be here at home facing Crowder at 2 o'clock. And then a couple home games after that as well. Friday, October 12th, Lewis and Clark is here in Hillsborough for a 3 o'clock start. And the Vikings will wrap up the regular season with a home game on Monday, October 15th against Wentworth Military. That's at 3 o'clock. Then it's the postseason. Vikings might host a Region 16 game here. Dwiggins, another kill for Andrea Dwiggins. She's had a couple here in the first set. It's 19-7 Vikings. And boy, this fall semester has really flown by, and basketball is starting in less than a month. The Vikings basketball team, the women's squad, will get it going on the road. They were here earlier today practicing, as that will find the court for St. Louis. So they'll get it back, the Archers, and it's 19-8. Wiggins, but she just could not get it over. Had some speed on it, but that one will go to the Archers. So still a 10-point lead though for Jeffco, 19-9. Here it is. Way too far out of bounds. Here's Hovsbakken. And she will leave it up for Abby Londaway, the sophomore. Londaway again. Violation. Little frustration you can see there from St. Louis. So a point for Jeffco, 20-9. Vikings on top, make it 21-9. Jefferson out in front by 12. Misdirection, but Hovsbakken gets there. And that is Dwiggins, but it will be returned. And Londaway gets it for the Vikings, the kill for Abby Londaway. 22-9. Jeffco 3 away. from taking the first set. Hovsbakken, and they're able to get it, and then off the hand of Dwiggins, but no one was in the area for the Vikings. So St. Louis serves trailing 23-9 in the first. Off the hand of one of the St. Louis players, it will be set point for the Vikings. So the ref is discussing something at the scorer's table. Now it looks like we are ready to go. Dwiggins with it. It's 24-9, or 23-9, so they took a point off the board for Jeffco. That was why we stopped. Off of the hands of Lavrenchenko and Gray. So it's 23-10, and St. Louis will get it back. Hutchinson with the dig, and Lavrenchenko returns it. High in the air from Hutchinson for Gray eventually, and just out in that back right corner. So Vikings 23 and Archers 11 late in the first. The Flo Valley teams used to go by the mascot Fury, or nickname if you want to call it that, is now 23-13, so St. Louis eating into the lead. Now though, I believe they all go by the Archers. Little double entendre as Lavrenchenko gets it for Jeffco, and now it is set point officially this time, 24-13. So of course, the Archers with the arrows, and then our great landmark here in the St. Louis area, the St. Louis Arch, nothing like it, way into the rafters, and the Vikings are not going to get to that. And speaking of the Arch, the Cardinals back in the postseason, that second wild card spot, so that's great to see. Thank the Dodgers for that one last night as they lost to the Giants. And my favorite football team, the Rams, 2-2. I will take that any day of the week. And the Vikings will take this one 25-14. Set number 2 coming up in just a moment here on JCTV.
How can you discover your future at Jefferson College? With 4 practical associate degree programs: Associate of Arts, Associate of Arts in Teaching, Associate of Science Pre-Engineering, and Associate of Applied Science. Earn your associate degree on your schedule. A high-quality education is within your reach. Jefferson College. Flexible scheduling, excellent instruction, outstanding value. Your future is waiting at Jefferson College.
We're back at Joel and Stringer Court. Vikings now on the left side of the net, and they won set number 1, 25-14. So they lead the match here in the second, 1-0. All right, the official bounces the ball out to St. Louis, and The Archers will have it to begin the second. And Dwiggins will start things off for the Vikings with a kill, 1-0. That one bounced under the bleachers. And Andrea Dwiggins will be the server for Jeffco. And blocked at the front by Jessica Gray and Victoria Lavrenchenka. 2-0 Jefferson. So I was talking about the basketball schedule earlier as Dwiggins has it. We have a new coach here. And Dwiggins diving but could not get there, so 2-1. And the first home game for the Lady Vikings basketball team is Saturday, December 1st against Kaskaskia here at 2 o'clock. And then several games in December, and then pick things up again in January after the holiday season. So again, jeffco.edu/athletics as that goes the way of the Vikings off the net. So it's 3-1, and Jessica Gray will have the serve. And Gray puts it out of bounds, so 3-2. Lavrenchenka, that one blocked, and St. Louis is blocked again. That time it was Cage and Londaway for the Vikings. It's 4-2. Jeffco leads it by 2 in the second. Here's Shea Lively. Barely over, and Lively with an ace for the Vikings. 5-2. And another block there from Lavrenchenka and Cage. But they cannot get to that one. Nicely placed by St. Louis. Vikings do still lead by 2 points here in the second, though, 5-3. Archers will have the serve. And that one for the Vikings, 6-3. And the freshman from Ukraine, Victoria Lavrenchenka, has it. And another one for Jeffco, 7-3 now. Lavrenchenka for a second time in a row. Violation, a 2-hit violation on St. Louis. So now a 5-point lead for the Lady Vikings, 8-3. All right, looks like we're ready. There's the whistle. And St. Louis barely able to get it, but they do recover. Hovsbakken leaves it for Dwiggins, who will get the kill for Jeffco. 9-3 Vikings. And another serve for Lavrenchenka. And another kill for Dwiggins. It's 10-3 Jeffco here in the second set. And another for the Vikings. 11-3. And Lavrenchenko will keep it going. And blocked. Cage and Dwiggins were there. It is 12-3 Vikings. So the Vikings on a point streak here in the second. And Hovsbakken was at the front for Jeffco and got a couple fingers on it, and now a 10-point lead for Jefferson College, 13-3. And finally a possession change. So 13-4 is that point for St. Louis, and they will get it back. And Cage will come across. And then Hovsbakken will get the kill for Jeffco at the front. Another nice move. So it's 14-4 in favor of the Vikings, and Lindsey Hutchinson has it. And Hutchinson comes up to the front, and now Andrea Dwiggins. And Hutchinson gets the dig. And a 4-hit violation called on St. Louis, so that point goes in favor of the Jefferson College Vikings, 15-4. Now here in the second. And another miscue, a lift on St. Louis, 16-4. Blocked by the Vikings, but St. Louis is able to get it across, and now Hovsbakken for Jessica Gray, and that's a double hit. So 17-4 now, Jefferson killing it in this second set so far. And Gray out of bounds. So now it's 17-5, and St. Louis will have the serve. And Gray's attempt blocked, but she's able to put it up. And then there's a kill for St. Louis. So 17-6. Vikings still with a sizable lead in the second set. Hovsbakken, nice move, and she will come away with the kill. 18-6. And Hannah Hovsbakken will have the serve. And another violation on St. Louis. So that will be 19-6 for the Vikings. And just out of bounds. So Jeffco 20, St. Louis 6. And that was Hovsbakken. And here she comes again, and she will set it up for Abby Landaway. And Abby Londaway gets the kill to make it 21-6. Wiggins at the front to block it for the Vikings. So 22-6, and Hovsbakken again with the serve. And Londaway was up there, but they're able to return it. Hovsbakken comes up for Dwiggins. And Londaway. And another block from Londaway and Gray. Vikings 23, and St. Louis has 6. Whistle, and that one goes to the Vikings. So it's set point, 24-6. Vikings threatening to go up 2-0 in the match. And Hovsbakken with the serve. And that will do it. Wiggins gets the kill to win set number 2, 25-6. We will be right back with the third on JCTV. Vikings lead it 2-0 at the start of the third over St. Louis Community College. Jefferson won the first 25-14, and they prevailed in the second 25-6. And now they're huddling up on the court, back on the right side, and they're ready for the third. So I mentioned some of the other sporting events going on around the college, and also a lot of great performing arts events coming up as well. This PACE series is something new we have here at Jefferson College. It's the Performing Arts and Cultural Enrichment series. Already some cool events that we've had. The Becca Stevens Band was here recently, and they put on a good show. And then Strings of Arta, a master class they had yesterday, and as well as a performance was here. But coming up, we have the choir will perform on the 14th of October. And then October 15th through November 12th, the Faculty Art Show will be going on here. And then a yearly event, always a nice event, the Salute to Our Veterans Band Concert. That's on October 23rd. And it doesn't stop there. There's a lot of other events coming up between now and the end of the semester, and then as well in the spring. So you can find that at jeffco.edu, and there's an icon on the right side of the main page that says Performing Arts Events, I believe it says, but click on that, it'll give you the full schedule. And Hannah Hovsbakken will start it off in the third. And the Vikings quickly with a point. Jessica Gray, Abby Londaway, or Andrea Dwiggins, sorry, we're at the front to make it 1-0. Here's Hovsbakken. And that's out. 3-0 Vikings. That was Carrie Lattimore I should say, for St. Louis. And Hoves back in, bounces it, and serves it. And they're going to have one more chance, and they do get it over. And Dwiggins. This time it's Jessica Gray with the big kill and the spike. 4-0 Jeffco. Hoves back in with it. Little misdirection from the Archers, and then here is Dwiggins. And Dwiggins, another kill for the Vikings, 5-0. So the 5-0 lead. Here's Hovsbach in for the Vikings. And she will set it up for Jessica Gray, and it's blocked, and Londaway could not get to it. So it's 5-1. And we will have the serve from the Archers in just a moment, as they're having a discussion down there, it looks like, at the scorer's table. Or maybe just waiting for a ball. Now we've got one. Kelly Hart, the sophomore, will have it for St. Louis. And the ref comes out looking at a roster maybe. Either way, it looks like we're finally ready to go. Archers trail by 4 here in the third, 5-1. And another kill for Andrea Dwiggins, 6-1 Vikings. And Dwiggins will have the serve. Too far, 7-1. Another block at the front. There have been a few tonight. And again, it was Gray and Londaway. 8-1, Jeffco. And Dwiggins with the serve again. And nice effort from Lindsay Hutchinson, but not in time. 8-2. Vikings will turn it over. Lavrenchenko, but it is returned. And a point for Jeffco. They just watched it fall out of bounds, and good job not to try to make a play on it. So 9-2, and Jessica Gray has it. And another block at the front, and a violation, so it is the point for Jeffco, 10-2. And Gray barely gets it over, but she does. And now Marissa Cage with the kill for Jeffco. 11-2 in favor of the Lady Vikings. And here's Gray again. And another point for the Vikings, 12-2 now. And another mistake for St. Louis. So a 10-point lead here for Jeffco. They're going to have a sub come in. Sandra Hernandez for the Archers. Able to keep it alive was Marissa Cage, and right back over, and she had it again, and a nice play there from Lavrenchenko. They blocked it, but it went way out of bounds, so 13-2 in favor of Jefferson College. And again, it will be Gray. And that was out. You may have heard St. Louis call it to communicate on the court. So a 10-point lead still for Jeffco, 13-3. Jada Oliver will be the server for the Archers. And Marissa Cage's attempt is blocked, and a point for St. Louis on that one. 13-4 now. Oliver will serve it again for St. Louis. Hovsbakken has to dive, and she can't get to it in time. So it's 13-5, but the serve stays with St. Louis. And Lavrenchenko had that, and then Cage whiffs on it. So St. Louis staying alive in the third set, trailing 2-0. 13-6 for the Vikings. Jada Oliver will have it again. Hutchinson had to back up, and it finds its way to Lavrenchenko with a strong kill for Jeffco. So it's 14-6. Shea Lively will come in for the Vikings, and Abby Londaway will take a rest. Lively will have the serve. Cage able to keep it in the air, and that one will be out from Lavrenchenko. So 14-7. Vikings lead it by 7 in the third. This is Elena Lowe for the Archers. And Lively eventually able to get it over. And they'll call a violation on Jefferson this time. So it's 14-8. And Lavrenchenko will bring it back the Vikings' way after that kill, 15-8. Lavrenchenko had to go back to get that, and then it finds its way for a big kill from Marissa Cage, the freshman. She's from Imperial and Windsor High School. So it's 16-8. And Lavrenchenko with the ace for Jeffco. 17-8 now. And she'll have the serve again. And that will be a point for the Vikings, 4 hits. You can only hit it 3 times. So 18-8, 10-point advantage. And Lavrenchenko, another good serve. but St. Louis will come away with it as the Vikings couldn't handle it at the front. 18-9 for the Vikings. This is Carrie Lattimore. And Londaway has to come up, or Dwiggins, I should say, and that will find the court for the Archers. It's 18-10, so the Vikings' lead is cut to 8. Lattimore again. And again, Hovsbach in, gets it across at the front. She's made a couple plays like that tonight, just getting her fingertips on it and sending it to the court. So with a 9-point lead, here's Lindsey Hutchinson. And just missing it was Megan Burek for St. Louis. So 20-10, Vikings late in the third. They lead the match 2-0, and they are threatening a sweep. (21-10) now. Hutchinson for the Vikings. And she'll get the dig that time, and Jessica Gray just inside the line to make it 22-10. That was Hutchinson again. Lively gets the dig and eventually finds its way to Dwiggins, and that is out. Jefferson 23, St. Louis 10. Vikings 2 points away from getting this sweep and evening their record to 10-10 on the year. Make it set point. So it's 24-10. Lindsey Hutchinson will have the serve again. And St. Louis has to make a last-ditch effort, and they won't get there. Vikings win this one 25-10 in the third, and they take the match 3-0, improving to 10-10 on the year and 3-0 in conference play. Thanks, everyone, for being here. We'll see you next time on JCTV.